everybody? This is Brent Swanson from Midwest Muscle Report, here with Big Derek Lunsford, doing a recap and review of his win at the NPC Junior Nationals this year and his close second place finish at the USAs. Derek, how are we doing, man?
Doing awesome, man. Feeling puffy.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Now let's kind of start back at the beginning of your prep and kind of take us through going into Junior Nationals, your thoughts, just kind of how everything came together, and then kind of tell us about how you and James Brown, your coach, got together and really nailed it for the USAs.
Okay. For those of you that don't know, I met James probably like 3 or 4 years ago. He wasn't my coach. He was more of a mentor. I started with him, I think, it was like in October of 2014 is when, somewhere in there, is when we locked it down and he started being my coach and giving me the plan. But then, this year I started out, I competed at the Midwest Battle of Champions. That was April 2nd in Indianapolis. Great show, a lot of quality competitors. I took the overall at that show. So and then did the Junior Nationals.
Big win.
That was, what's that?
I said that was a big win. That was a notch on the old belt.
Actually, winning the Midwest Battle of Champions, this was the first year that they had that, and I felt like that was a pretty good win too, because the quality competitors that were there too. And this year is supposed to be even bigger. But Junior a huge win for me as middleweight again, and going into that show, I was just focused on winning my class, of course, and if it came out to get the overall, that's just the icing on the cake. But following that was the USAs. I was very confident going in there. What we did was we increased some cardio, pulled some of the carb stayed pretty steady for the first few weeks after Junior Nationals, and then we pulled carbs a little bit earlier, and I felt like that really tightened me up and made me a little bit harder, a little tighter. And plus, I was going into Junior Nationals. What I was doing was I was kind of letting myself go with eating a bunch of fibrous foods, lots of extra broccoli that I probably shouldn't have had, which was kind of bloating my stomach, I feel like. So I was doing that all the way up basically to the show, whereas I pulled a little bit, probably at least half of that back, and so I feel like that tightened my waist too a little bit. I wasn't always going out with a food baby.
Right.
So
now, did you just pull back your fibrous greens the week of the show, or just from the end of the
actually the whole from show to show?
Okay.
From show to show, I was like, you know what? We're doing everything that we can, whatever we can do to be at our best. This is what we're doing. So like I said, increased cardio by like an extra 10 minutes a day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're so depleted, doing it twice a day, it was all I could do to turn the elliptical over. But did that, and I feel like we came in at our best at the USAs for sure.
Yes.
I couldn't be happier with how I looked. So I'm very, very happy with James and his protocols for that. And unfortunately we didn't come out ahead, but Charles, he looks great, and I think he's going to represent the IFBB well, and so that's all I can ask for at this point.
Well, really quick though, let's remind everybody, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay, you're 23
I turned 23 in May.
But see, I see the competitor in you is just like, man, I want to be pro right now.
Yeah.
Which is great, that's the kind of mindset that you want to have. But winning an overall at a big show, then going to Junior Nationals and winning the overall there, and then just nearly missing winning your class at the USAs. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, that is a great year, and I mean, that's something that you can hang your hat on and be happy about, and take that momentum with you from this year and just go push next year. And like I said, and I think how everybody feels about you is that it's just it's not if, it's just a matter of time when it's your time to turn pro. I mean, you're young and the sky's the limit, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, and that's kind of the direction I'm headed, is that just taking this and going into next year with some more fire. But I'm still thinking, I want it now, so that nationals is in the back of my mind. But I don't know, it's probably smarter just to relax and just wait till next year.
Yeah. Well, you still have a few weeks to think about it, and you could always make one final push for the year. And like you said, the year's not over, so who knows? I know we're not going to make an official announcement or anything like that, but everybody keep it in your back mind, in the back of your mind, that Derek could be competing here in November.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Now, a few more things I want to cover with you is that, because I was at Junior Nationals, talk to us about your carb depletion and then you carbing up, the difference in your weight, because I know you're a type of guy who makes your weight and then you carb up and you look like so much bigger than any of the other guys on stage because you pack a lot into that carb load.
Yeah, actually, the way the Junior Nationals and USAs are ran are completely different because Junior Nationals is all in one day. You weigh in on Thursday, you don't do anything on Friday, and then Saturday is the competition, prejudging and finals. Whereas USA's, it's weigh in on Thursday, you prejudging on Friday, and then Saturday is the finals. So the way I do my water and carb manipulation is completely different in both shows. So at Junior Nationals, people were pretty shocked whenever I weighed in at 176 on the money, and then weighed in at 190. Could have been more just a few hours later. So what we did was I recall I had to make weight for Junior Nationals. I was a little bit over in the morning. So we probably had one meal that morning, a tiny 4-ounce chicken meal with asparagus or something. It's I don't remember. I think that's what it was. And then basically did like 30 minutes of cardio, and then sat in the sauna. And I was in the sauna for like 2 hours.
Woo!
Yeah, dude. I thought I was gonna die. I ain't gonna lie. And so I came out, and thankfully, like I said, weighed right on the money. Literally, as soon as I stepped off, I had my jug of water there. I had drank like an extra, I drank like 3.5 gallons of water or something like that. Like in just like the next 6 or 8 hours. Mm-hmm. And no carbs, nothing like that. Just had my chicken and asparagus meals, keeping that water flowing. And so then on Friday, about mid-evening to that afternoon is whenever we pulled the water and then started implementing more carbs in.
Right.
So that's how we did Junior Nationals. So that way, though I weighed 190 that morning or that night, Thursday night or Friday morning, that's fine, but it all got flushed out. I ended up weighing like 184 for prejudging on Saturday morning, and I was like 182 at finals on Saturday morning, or Saturday night.
That's awesome. And then for USA's, I know we were talking earlier, you kind of did more of a cautious approach, which, seeing you as well, I mean, you had the, 5-6 weeks in between shows, so you're already that much tighter, so it's like, I think how we kind of talked about it is like, it's keep it simple, stupid. If you're already shredded and ready to go, there's no real need to manipulate a lot of, variables.
Right, and that's where I feel like people go wrong. Everybody looks so good the week before, and then they're like, oh, let's do this change or that change, some drastic thing, and it's like, especially the couple days before too, like let's cut water completely 3 days out. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, for USA's, what do we do? I actually didn't have to do any cardio or sauna. I had pulled extra fat off, so where I had actually made weight perfectly, and I the way I manipulated my water and whatnot on the plane ride over, and the day before, everything worked out pretty perfect for that. So just weighed in, and then started carving up.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Derek, thank you so much for taking the time with us, and you're just giving us a sneak peek and kind of reviewing your 2 big national wins this year, and then also your win from your regional show that you did. So, this has been a great year from you, and we look forward to maybe seeing you on stage at nationals. And if not, I know next year you're going to come in bigger and badder, and with a fire underneath you. Well, we'll see what damage you turn up next
We
year.
got the passion.
Exactly. It's there, man. It shines through. So anyways, this is Brent Swanson from Midwest Muscle Report here with Derek Lunsford. Thanks, guys.